What would you like to do about it? To begin with where I was born and brought up a little bit. I was born in a little rock house, as a matter of fact, way out there in nowhere, a long way from, 8 miles out of town, and surrounded by basically two areas where they grew alfalfa for cattle. The ranch is between Clayton and Raton here in New Mexico, and it's about 8 miles out to the ranch on property that covers probably 500 and some thousand acres. It's a large ranch. I took Catherine out to the ranch, and she did not like the ranch. Too was deadly quiet for her. She couldn't stand it for more than about a week and a half, and I had to yank her out of the ranch. But she didn't like the silence with it. I used to enjoy the silence. On the back of a horse, I'd get out somewhere in a pasture that was miles from nobody, and just sit there and listen to all of nature, right out there in the pasture. Occasion for someone to give me a call while I was sitting at home or at the rancho that gave me an opportunity to go to New Mexico State University. I tried to get electronics engineering relationship. I never finished that. I even got a master's in administration and a few other things. Anyway, in the process of working for the university there for a while, I learned about computers. Started learning about, as a matter of fact, I started helping them convert from tube type to solid state computers. And I met Catherine there at the university.
Do one of those things where you put like little QR codes or something kind of around the library so someone can scan it and then go over and see the exhibit.
Jennifer, you get to decide whether to bid on that or pass it on to Gigas. What do you think?
I'm gonna pass it on to you.
Pass it on to Gigas. What do you think? Okay, I got this. I got this.
As I was graduating, I had, in order to stay in the university, the Air Force, I had to join the Air Force, the ROTC, the Rivera, on Reserve Officers Training there. I became a reserve officer and had to give them 3 years of my life in the Air Force for them letting me stay in the college instead of yanking me out before then. So I got 3 years from them. And once I did that, there was a company by the name of Grumman Aircraft that was looking for somebody to do some programming for them, software. They grabbed me up and took me out to Long Island, New York. And then the F-14 came along.
The Navy designed the F-14 for fleet tasks, and we think it does that job magnificently.
They threw me on the F-14 to do some programming for the F-14 computers that were on the F-14 computer. They wanted me to set it up to look at about 7 targets at once while it was in the air. And they finally decided, after I told them how much more room they had to find for me in the F-14, that they'd settle for about 3 or 4 targets in the air while they're in the air. But originally they wanted bigger than that.
You go home so stressed from that.
There you go.
What I really like about Rochester is that it's,
Okay, a little pizza and
the
salad.
curriculum is really flexible. So I didn't have to take like a
Yeah, when you train, it varies. Like, no,
I didn't have enough mathematics for them. They wanted me to do some things that required mathematics, and they sent me to Biloxi, Mississippi, to learn a little bit more math in Biloxi, Mississippi, at one of the schools there. And then once I got more math, they sent me over here to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And little did I know what the heck I was going to do in Albuquerque. But what they sent me over here to do was teach me what an atomic bomb was. They decided they wanted to know what an atomic bomb would do out of the atmosphere. So I had the first and only occasion of anyone to put a bomb up out of the atmosphere and explode it out of the atmosphere. And of course we contaminated the hell out of the atmosphere and decided that of course we didn't want to ever do that again. And I came over here and did that, and I didn't like Albuquerque at all, and I never have liked it since. But whenever we got ready to get out of the Air Force, Catherine wanted to come to Albuquerque, so I brought her to Albuquerque. And I still do not like Albuquerque. I never have. I live here because she wanted to come to Albuquerque. It was a compromise, this part, the move over here. Is that correct, dear?
Yes, dear.
First time you heard that?
That's the first time I heard that I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Tell them what did you learn to say in
Yeah, but you come up to a widow when you wanted to have something to eat. But I don't remember now what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it was. I'm doing blanks right now.
That's okay. Getting late.
It's getting late, and this treatment that I got doesn't do anything for memory. Not for recovering things. I can't think about it very well.